BJ Peters here from stampinbj.com. I've got a great card to share with you today that uses the Brusho and an embossing technique. Super easy, super fun. Let's get started. Close-up of the card that we're going to make. Love the detail of the black embossing, and we're going to use, like I said, the Brusho on this one, and it's super easy. It's going to be one of those things that you're going to go to when you have a stamp set like this that really embraces embossing, but yet you want a little bit of a background. So here's the stamp set, Dandelion Wishes, and like I said, when I saw this in the catalog, it just really screamed to me of embossing, and it's just kind of a fun technique, but I wanted to step it up with the Brusho. So the Brusho comes in a box. You get 5 colors. It's in our catalog. And the colors, so Brilliant Red, Mossy Green, Yellow, Gamboge, and Prussian Blue. And you'll notice that I have taken mine and have poked a hole in it, and then I have a stopper in it with just these little tacks. You want to shake it out like that. You don't want to open up this container. There is tons of little crystals in there. You are not going to want to do that. So for this project, I'm actually using the 2 colors, the yellow and the gamboge, together. So first we're going to emboss our dandelions here. So I'm inking up with my Versamark, and I'm going to stamp the 3 flowers together there. And then I'm going to add the single flower. Kind of angle it a little bit, I think. And then the greeting. We might as well do it all at once, right? Let's make sure we get this the right way. All right, now let's add our embossing powder. Adding just the black embossing powder. I'm going to make sure that I get it all over. Shake it onto my cardstock there. Do a little mining of little extra bits here. Flick it pretty good. Get all that extra off. So my embossing gun, I do have the embossing gun from Stampin' Up, and I think it's a Milwaukee brand. I do suggest that you make sure that you're purchasing a good embossing gun. What I have found is the wattage on these guns makes a difference. It's kind of like your microwave. You know that some microwaves, they don't just heat as well because they're a lower wattage. The same thing is true of your embossing gun. So get a good one, and you're going to be very much more satisfied. So here is my embossed card. Now I'm going to use my aqua painter, and I'm going to spread just a little bit of water, just kind of lightly going where I'm going to want the crystals to go. So like I said, I'm going to use the gamboge and a little bit of yellow on this one, and I'm just going to tap lightly on the end here, and let's get some yellow in here. Each one is going to be different. And now I'm going to squeeze my aqua painter a little bit more and to get some water on here, and I'm going to just start adding the water. And this is, by the way, Whisper White cardstock. So if you want to use something that is going to absorb the water even more, you're welcome to use watercolor paper, or even the shimmery white paper is a little more porous. I just use this. It'll crinkle a little bit, but if you add enough adhesive to the back, it's going to look just fine. So there's my coloring, and I kind of like it like that. So I've got a few extra crystals here that didn't get activated with the water, so I'm just kind of brushing them off so they don't end up on my final project. And I kind of like it just that way. So the Whisper White layer I used here was 3.5 by 4 3/4, and like I said, you're going to want to use a fair amount of adhesive around the edges. Normally I wouldn't use this as much adhesive, but this time I am. And then I have a basic black layer that is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. So just give that a little bit of a layer, bring out the the black embossing powder, make it stand out. And then I'm going to add some dimensionals just in the corners here, using up my edges. And the pumpkin pie layer here is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. And then we'll layer this on my crushed curry card base, which is the standard US. So 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored and folded at 4 1/4. And there we have it. Simple, easy, cute. Love the Brusho, love the embossing, love the Dandelion Wishes stamp set. Thanks for stopping by today. I've got a link to all of these products in the credits of this YouTube video or on my website, stampandbj.com. And I'd love to have you purchase from me. I love it when I hear that you're loving the techniques that I'm sharing too. And remember to create and feel great.